Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to online lectures. Social Studies Class 5. Lesson number 4, the polar regions and exploration. Dear students, in the previous lecture we discussed about the Arctic and Antarctic regions and the reasons of exploration. As we know that in human history the most important period of exploration is known as the age of discovery. This is the age of discovery. The period covers the 15th, 16th and early 17th centuries. During this period, European ships explored the world, finding places previously unknown to them. 15th, 16th और 17th centuries में यूरोपियन शिप्स पूरी दुनिया को एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए अननोन जगहों पर जाते और दे विजिटेड द अमेरिकाज, एशिया, ओशनिया एंड अफ्रीका एंड एस्टेब्लिश न्यू ट्रेडिंग रूट्स. और उन्होंने नए तिजारती रास्ते भी बनाए वहाँ पर. अमेरिका, एशिया, ओशनिया और अफ्रीका उन्होंने विज़िट किया. ऑफ कोर्स after centuries of looking at space through telescopes, human finally began to explore it in the middle of the 20th century. Scientists have been successful in sending man to the moon. The success of man has not ended here. Space exploration continues with the search for useful resources and for other planets that sustain or could sustain life on them. साइंटिस्ट अब ये फाइंड आउट करना चाह रहे हैं कि दूसरे प्लैनेट्स पर ज़िंदगी को बरकरार रखा जा सकता है. और द फेमस एक्सप्लोरर्स एंड नेविगेटर्स आर ऑल्सो डिस्कस्ड इन दिस lesson number 4. So let's discuss about them one by one. The first explorer is Ibn Battuta. Muhammad Ibn Battuta was a Moroccan scholar and a traveler. He is known as the greatest traveler of pre-modern times. Ibn Battuta was born in 1304 in Tangier. He was from a family that produced several judges, but Ibn Battuta wanted to travel and to study religion. इब्न बतूता ट्रैवल करने के बहुत शौकीन थे और वो मजहबी तालीम हासिल करना चाहते थे. He began his travel at the age of 21 by first going to Mecca, सऊदी अरेबिया. और सबसे पहला सफ़र उन्होंने 21 साल की उम्र में किया और वो सऊदी अरेबिया मक्का में गए फॉर हज. नेक्स्ट he went to Damascus in Syria and then to Egypt via Tunis and Tripoli. Having developed a passion for traveling, he decided to see as many places on earth as possible. From Egypt, he went to Turkey, Iraq, Iran, Oman, and Palestine. He traveled over difficult routes and finally, after crossing Afghanistan and the Hindu Kush mountain range, he arrived in India. Yes, Ibn Battuta has traveled so many countries and even he arrived at India. Ibn Battuta stayed in India for a few of years. He was then ordered by the Sultan Muhammad bin Taghlaq to go to China. His journey met with disaster as bandits attack his convoy. Bandits are the gangs of robbers that who attacked a group of ship that is used in during journey by Ibn Battuta. In a port in southern India, the local destroyed his ship. Ibn Battuta was afraid that the Sultan would be angry. He did not stay in India or go to China but went instead to the Maldives. And so he traveled to Maldives just because of the not facing the anger and he was afraid of Sultan. Beside his travels, he became famous for his knowledge of the judiciary. He earned respect at various courts because of his scholarly status. When he settled in the Maldives, he worked as a judge and married a woman from the ruling family. He also managed to get to China before returning to Morocco in 1353. Once home, he wrote a book about his travel, Rahla the Travels. Ibn Battuta spent nearly 30 years traveling almost 75,000 miles, mostly the sea, to 40 nations. He very often put himself in great danger. He died in 1368 or 69 and was buried in Tangier. The next explorer or navigator is Vasco da Gama. Uh, he was also a very famous explorer. He was a Portuguese explorer who was born in Sines, Portugal in 1460. Like his father, he also decided to explore the world. He was the first Portuguese and European to sail to India. He traveled via the Cape of Good Hope, which is at the southernmost tip of Africa. His discovery of the sea route enabled the Portuguese to establish a long lasting colonial empire in Asia. He reached Cape Verde Island and then Santa Helena Bay in South Africa. From there, he went to Mozambique and then to Mombasa, a port in Kenya. After sailing across the Indian Ocean, he reached the trading post of Calicut in South India. Well, Vasco da Gama also discover so many areas and traveled in different countries. And he, after sailing Indian Ocean, he reached the trading post of Calicut in India. Vasco da Gama was given a hero's welcome when he returned to Lisbon. He was the first European to find a sea route to India. वास्को डे गामा सबसे पहला यूरोपियन शख्स था जिसने इंडिया जाने के लिए समुद्री रास्ता दरियाफ्त किया. By this discovery, Portugal and other European countries became linked to Asia and the Indian subcontinent by sea. और इसके इस एक्सप्लोरेशन की वजह से यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ एशिया के साथ जुड़ गए. His discovery of the sea route was significant and opened the way for an age of global imperialism. He made two more voyages to India. The route he discovered gave Portugal unopposed access to the Indian spice market. Spices and other products available in India were new to Europe. इंडिया क्योंकि स्पाइसेस के लिए बहुत ही फेमस है और वहाँ पर स्पाइस मार्केट भी मौजूद है. यूरोपियन के लिए स्पाइसेस प्रोडक्ट्स बहुत ही न्यू थी और द न्यू ट्रेड रूट ग्रेटली बेनिफिटेड द पोर्टुगीज इकोनॉमी. While in India, Gama fell ill and died on December 24, 1524 in Cochin. By this time, Cochin was part of Portuguese India. Although he was first buried in St. Francis Church in Cochin, his remains were returned to Portugal in 1539. The body of Vasco da Gama was reburied in Vidjore in a casket decorated with gold and jewels. The next famous personality who explored the world is Marco Polo. Marco Polo was a merchant, an explorer, and a writer. He was born in Venice, Italy in 1254. His parents were rich merchants. He was the first European who traveled to Asia during the Middle Ages. Marco Polo एक ताजिर थे और उन्होंने वो एक एक्सप्लोरर भी थे और एक राइटर भी. वो वीनस में पैदा हुए और उनके पेरेंट्स बहुत ही अमीर ताजिर थे. मार्को पोलो ने मिडल एजेस में एशिया का सफ़र किया और वो फर्स्ट यूरोपियन थे. He spent his childhood without his parents as his mother had died when he was young and his father traveled a lot. His father Niccolo and uncle Matthew Polo, being successful jewel merchants, spent their time traveling abroad. Marco Polo started his journey to Asia in 1271 with his father and uncle. His first journey was to China. मार्को पोलो ने अपना पहला सफ़र चाइना में किया और he was a merchant like his father and uncle, and as an explorer he traveled a lot. Between 1271 and 1295, for 24 years he traveled with his family. He lived and journeyed through different countries in Europe and Asia. He traveled to China after crossing many cities, the Gobi Desert and the Hindu Kush Mountains. The king of China at that time was Kublai Khan, who made Polo his representative. Polo spent 17 years in China, traveling and learning about its culture. मार्को पोलो ने चाइना के कल्चर को सीखने के लिए वहाँ पर 17 years स्पेंड किए और उन्होंने गोबी डेजर्ट और हिंदू कुश माउंटेन्स को क्रॉस करते हुए चाइना का सफ़र किया. China was a rich country at that time, and Marco was impressed with the wealth and prosperity of Chinese. He returned home after 24 years in 1271. The journey to Venus took him 2 years. 2 साल में उन्होंने वीनस का सफ़र किया और he wrote a book, The Travel of Marco Polo, which describes his journey and experiences. He died in 1324. मार्को पोलो ने अपनी किताब द ट्रैवल्स ऑफ मार्को पोलो में अपने तमाम जर्नीज के बारे में और अपने तजर्बात के बारे में लिखा है. द नेक्स्ट पर्सन who is famous for his exploration is Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong is different from all the explorers discussed in this chapter. While all the others had discovered and explored places on Earth, Neil Armstrong had the honor of being the first explorer to go into space and walk on the moon. नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग को ये एजाज़ हासिल है कि उन्होंने पहली बार स्पेस का सफ़र किया और चांद पर पहला कदम रखा. Armstrong was born on 5 August 1930 in Ohio. He started working at NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, after getting his bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering and his master's degree in aerospace engineering from the University of Southern California. He began his career as a naval aviator, then served as an engineer, test pilot, and astronaut. He flew over 200 different types of aircraft. His first flight into space was in 1966 when he commanded the Gemini 8 mission and docked 2 vehicles in space. In July 1969, he was the commander of the mission in Apollo 2, which landed on the moon. On board were 3 crew members: mission commander Neil Armstrong, command pilot Michael Collins, and pilot Buzz Aldrin. On July 20, 1969, Armstrong became the first man to walk on the surface of the moon. When he took the first step, he said, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." जब नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग ने चांद पर पहला कदम रखा तो उन्होंने कहा कि आदमी का एक छोटा सा कदम भी उसे एक बहुत बड़ा इंसान बना सकता है. He stayed on the moon for over 21 hours and collected samples. The mission returned to Earth on 24 July. Later, he became a professor of aerospace engineering at the University of Cincinnati. Neil Armstrong's journey to the moon was a significant milestone in the quest to develop our knowledge about the universe. नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग के चांद पर इस सफ़र की अहमियत इस कदर ज़्यादा हुई कि इससे यूनिवर्स के बारे में जानने का जो इल्म है उसकी प्यास लोगों में ज़्यादा बढ़ी. He was given various awards for his achievements. 17 countries conferred on him medals, trophies and awards. He passed away on August 25, 2012. नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग को उनकी बेहतरीन अचीवमेंट की वजह से बहुत से अवार्ड्स, मेडल्स और ट्रॉफीज से नवाजा गया. तकरीबन 17 कंट्रीज़ ने उन्हें मेडल्स, ट्रॉफीज और अवार्ड दिए. Are there any places left for humans to explore? Large areas underground and in the oceans have not been explored. There is also